Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you a trick that can make the animations in PowerPoint impossible to skip. You may have already noticed that if you click your mouse button in the middle of an animation, then PowerPoint will skip the animation, including all the other animations after that one, until at some point PowerPoint hit an animation that requires a mouse click. So, as you already seen, when I click my mouse cursor, while this animation is playing, this one gets skipped as well. But if I set this one to unclick instead of after previous, then this will happen. This one gets skipped, but this one plays normally. Now, back to the main topic of this video. Is there a way that you can make the animations in PowerPoint impossible to skip? Well, it may be annoying sometimes if animations are impossible to skip, but if you are that kind of person that like, this is my slideshow, I do not want anyone to skip the amazing animations that I've spent a lot of time making, then this is what you could do. Let's go over to transitions and uncheck this on mouse click option. Then when we play the slideshow, you can see now clicking the mouse button does nothing now. Great, but soon you will realize that you can no longer switch to the next slide by clicking. Now let's fix this with an action button. Hyperlink to next slide. Good. Now you can click on this action button to switch to the next slide. But now this action button is opaque and it's blue, which we don't want. So let's change the shape fill to no fill, but do not change the shape outline to no outline. Because when you change both shape fill and shape outline to fully transparent, then PowerPoint will think that this object is impossible to see and it will just remove it. Yeah, that's right. Simple as that. If an object is impossible to see, PowerPoint will just remove it. So we have to keep the outline. Now we have a border and the object is considered possible to see. Now let's make it cover the whole slide. Great. But then you will notice another issue. That is, you can just click on the action button at any time without required to wait for all the animation to finish, and it will just switch to the next slide, which is something that we do not want. So now let's fix this. We can add an appear animation to the action button and let it play after all the other animations has finished playing. Now let's try this. As you can see, clicking the mouse button before this animation finishes does nothing, but after it finishes, boom, we are now at the next slide. Now you may have already noticed another important issue, that is, this animation that requires a mouse click never plays. So how can we fix this? Well, we need to use the triggers. So here we have one action button that points to the next slide. Let's duplicate this. And then what we're gonna do with this action button is we are not going to let it do anything besides play this specific animation. Let's go to triggers, start effect on click off action button. So there you go. Clicking the action button now will start this animation. Great. Then something you will of course would like to do is that add animation disappear, and we will let this animation start immediately after that action button is clicked, and let this one after previous. Good. Now after this animation has been played, let's show this action button that transfer to the next slide. Wait, let me double check. Yeah, I accidentally messed up the two buttons. Good. Now it should work. As you can see, clicking before the A animation finishes does nothing, and then when I click on this HDS start playing, and then after this one finish, I can click to go on the next slide. Before any of these animations can finish playing, clicking the mouse button does nothing. So I hope you learned something from this video, and have fun making your PowerPoint slideshow. See you next time.